Crochet question of the day. Are you even a crocheter if you've not made a granny square? You tell me. Welcome back to my channel, Happy Hookers. Today we're going to be learning how to make the classic trusty granny square. It's such an easy beginner stitch. It's made up of the chain, the most basic of crochet stitches, and it's made up of double crochets. Now these are blocks of double crochets, and I'm talking US double crochets. The great thing is you're always crocheting into spaces, which makes it really easy for those starting out, so that you're not struggling to work out which stitches you need to be going into. Now there are so many variations on this pattern, but I've chosen one of the most easiest and basic ones to follow. So let's get started. So to get started on our granny square, what we're going to do is we're going to create a slip knot. And if you're new to crocheting, then I'll pop some links in the description to how to create a slip knot. And equally, you're going to need to know how to chain and how to crochet the double crochet, and that is US terms. But I'll go relatively slow so we can get started. So we're going to yarn over and pull through our loop, creating 3 chains. And what we're going to do then is we're going to slip stitch into the first chain from our hook by inserting our hook, yarning over, pulling through, and then pulling straight through the one on our hook. Now this might look like a hot mess to a newbie, but somewhere in the middle here, probably there, it doesn't feel like the middle, but that is kind of the center point. We're going to be placing all of our stitches to begin with. So we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to place a double crochet into the center. So we're going to yarn over, we're going to aim for finding where our center is. Now actually mine is, poke it in about here. Once you've got a few stitches in, it should be fine. So I'm going to go through there and yarn over and pull back through. 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're going to do another double crochet in exactly the same space. So we're going to yarn over. Now we can see where our stitches are coming out of. It's a little bit easier to get our hook in. So we're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. And what we essentially then have is our centerpiece, a chain of 3, which mimics a double crochet, and then we have 2 double crochets. So we're now going to chain 3, and this is going to create a corner. And then we're going to place another 3 double crochets into the same center point here. So if we took that round out the way, we're going to yarn over, we're going to insert into the same space that our stitches are coming out of, yarn over and pull back through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so 2 more double crochets into the same space. So over through 2, over through 2, yarn over into the same space, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. So there we have another 3. So then we're going to chain 3, and everything's in 3s. We're then going to place 3 more double crochets into the centerpiece. So yarning over, and can you see how easy it is to see where it is now? Yarning over, inserting our hook, 3 loops on our hook, yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through 2. Yarn over, insert into the same space and yarn and pull back through. Yarning over through 2, yarning over through 2, 1 more, yarn over into the center, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. So we've got another block of 3. We're then going to chain 3, and we need to place a final and 4th set of 3 double crochets into the center. So yarn over through 2, 2nd double crochet, 3rd double crochet, and And then what we need to do is do another chain of 3. Get some more yarn. And then what we need to do is we need to attach this to this last block. So we don't want to attach it to the top of the 2 double crochets. What we want to try and do is attach it to the top of the chain. And it can often be quite tricky to attach to the top of a chain. So rather than trying to go through the 2 that you normally would, I tend to just go through one, the front one, with a slip stitch, like so. And there you see you have the beginning of a square. The corners always have a chain 3, and the sides will always be made up of these little blocks known as the granny stitch of 3 double crochets. So what we're going to do now is we're going to chain 3. And then we're going to turn our work around. Now there are loads of variations of doing this, but I think for beginners the easiest method is to turn your work and work back around the other way. So what you're now going to do is you're going to create a corner here. And a corner is going to be made up of a block of 3 double crochets, a block of 3 chains, and a block of 3 double crochets. So we've already created our first double crochet because this chain 3 mimics it. So we're going to place 2 more double crochets into the corner. And this is one of the reasons why the granny square is such a beginner friendly pattern, is because you're always crocheting into spaces, and crocheting into spaces is one of the easiest things we could do. So there we have our first block of 3. We're then going to chain 3. And then we're going to put another block of 3 double crochets into that corner space. And no matter how big your granny square is, your corner pieces will always be made up of 3 doubles, 3 chains, and 3 more doubles. So that is our new corner. So we don't have any sides to crochet in at the moment. But we're going to create a little space here for our next side to go in. So we're going to simply chain 1. And then we're going to hop across to the next corner, and you're going to create, like we said, 3 doubles, 3 chains, and 3 doubles. So yarning over, inserting, pulling back through, yarning over, pulling through 2. Ooh, cat hair. Does anyone else suffer from cat hairs in their crochet? Let me know in the comments below the struggles of the crocheters with cats. 3, a chain of 3, 3 more doubles in the corner, a little bit more yarn there. And another corner has been created. So we're going to chain 1 to make ourselves a side, and then we're going to place 3 double crochets into the corner. And I think you've got it now. And what do? 3 chain. You know it. I think the sun is just starting to break through. It's Easter Monday actually at the moment. I've probably filmed this quite far in advance, but it's a little bit overcast where I am, so might hopefully get my bike out and go on a little my allotted bike exercise for the day. So 1 for a side, and then we've got our final corner. So we're going to do 3 double crochets, chain of 3, 3 more double crochets in the corner, split stitch. If you split your stitch, just take it down. You'll regret it. It will look a little bit untidy later on. So last double crochet into the corner, and then what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to join, do you remember me saying, into the top, which is this one here, of our chain 3 from the beginning. There we go. Perfect. So now we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to turn our work around. So now we're working into a side piece. So we're going to create 2 more double crochets to go along with our chain 3 to make ourselves a side panel. Then we're going to chain 1. So we're always chaining 1 in between our blocks unless we're in a corner. So we chain 1 and then we move to a corner. So we're going to place 3 double crochets. Prizes for guessing how we work the corner. 3 double crochets, 3 chain, 3 double crochets. I'll try and go relatively slow here, because if you are new, there's nothing worse than watching a video tutorial and the person just tells you once and speeds ahead, and then you're permanently pausing and rewinding. So we're yarning over inserting. Need some more yarn. Wouldn't it be lovely if permanently a small animal like my cat could take my yarn instead of chewing it and eating it, just get it ready for me so that I've always got a nice little bit of slack. So there we have another corner. So now we have a side space. So a chain 1 on the side, and we're going to pop 3 double crochets into that chain 1 space that we created on the side before. You'll be a double crochet wizard by the end of this. Then we're going to chain 1, then we're going to do a corner. Every time we go round, our sides are going to get larger, obviously. And split stitch, what did I say? Take it back down, perfect. So 3, another 3 in the corner. I wonder how many granny squares there are. Patterns. It's kind of like asking how many grains of sand are on the beach. I think there's probably an infinite number. How many books on granny squares are there? Whew. So we're on to a side. Chain 1 on the side. Crochet 3 double crochets in the side space. A chain 1 on the side, and then we're back. Just gonna get some more yarn to the corner. So again, 3, 3 and 3. 3, 3, 3. That should be the number of the crocheter. Oh, that would make such a cute little bag, wouldn't it? You know, a little take on 666, the number of the beast. Apologies to any people offended by the satanic reference, but you know, just a little bit of a light-hearted joke. I might see if I can get the cricket out later. Who else has got a cricket if you're into crafting? Oh, they're amazing. Make myself a little tote bag with that on. Onto the side, so we do a single, another group of 3, a single chain, 1 chain, and then onto our final corner. Yes, because I'm going to call it a day here, because I'm pretty sure that you will know how easy this pattern is by the end of it. This is one of the easiest granny squares there are. You don't have to kind of do any extra chains, skip across anything. You're simply turning it around, and it always kind of starts and finishes in the same way, which is really nice. So the final 3. Make more yarn. Okay, So we're going to chain 1, don't forget, because we only chain 1 on the side. So we're going to locate our top of our chain 3 from the very first part of it, and we're going to attach. So wow, there you go, and you've created your very first granny square. So you're going to chain 3. If you want to take it any bigger, I mean, you could leave it at this size. You're going to chain 3, you're going to spin back around, and you're going to place 2 more double crochets in this space. You're going to work a corner, and then every time you go across a block on the side, you're going to do 1 chain and 3 into the sections. So a corner, chain 1, block of 3, chain 1, block of 3, chain 1, trusty corner, and you're going to carry the pattern on. And by turning the work constantly, what it means is you're always starting with a nice little block of 3, which is a nice easy chain 3, 2 double crochets. And there you have the granny square. Thank you ever so much. I can't believe it's taken me this long to do a tutorial on a granny square. I mean, are you even a YouTuber if you haven't done a granny square tutorial? Probably is a bit more pertinent. If you like this video, let me know. I post every Friday new crochet videos and crochet inspiration. Hit the bell and the notification so that you know my next video is out. Happy hooking, and I'll see you soon. Bye.